Hello, we are back. Sorry for the break and sorry for switching the channel and the stream link. I hope you can all get back here and watch the semifinals and the finals. We had some technical issues. We wanted to make sure everything is going to work now, so hence the break. Unfortunately, we missed the first couple of matches of the semifinals. So Eric Monet picked Patryk Zbroja as his first opponent, and he beat him 2-0. So 2 points for Eric Monet and 0 points for Patryk Zbroja. Patryk Zbroja will race in the small final, has a chance to score a bronze medal. And right now we just joined the second match between David Chapman and Maxim Menil. Maku, do you know the result of match number one?
The match one was won by Max Menil. So they're now Chapman is leading now. So we probably will have an equalizer, 1-1, and then we have a third match as a decider. Shame for Patryk Zbroja that he lost 2-0 with Maxim. Eric Monet.
Yes, but just like I said, we will see him in the small final, right? So we didn't miss all of Patryk's racing. We're now on the upwind mark. Maxim Menil is rounding the boy, and he is training behind Chapman, way behind Chapman. So this match is settled already. So Eric Monet is waiting in the big final for his opponent against either David Chapman or Maxim Menil. Podsumujmy może, co tu się wydarzyło w międzyczasie, jak nas nie było. Przepraszamy za tą przerwę, ale staramy się usprawnić tego streama. Mamy nowego linka, więc wrzucony już on jest na Facebooka, także mam nadzieję, że traficie tutaj do nas z powrotem bez problemu. Jeśli wszystko działa, to udostępnijcie nas też dalej, żeby inni nas mogli oglądać. Przegapiliśmy niestety półfinał pomiędzy Szwajcarami Eric Monet oraz naszymi lokalesami Patrykiem Zbroją. Patryk niestety przegrał oba mecze, 0 punktów, 2 punkty dla Szwajcarów i tym samym zobaczymy go tylko w małym finale, a na duży finał czekamy razem z Erikiem. A kto do niego dołączy? Będzie to albo David Chapman, albo Maxim Menil, obydwoje teraz po 1 punkt.
Na razie to jest już finish? Nie, jeszcze chyba nie, na razie prowadzi Maxim Menil 1-0, to jest drugi wyścig między nimi, więc jeszcze wszystko jest możliwe, aczkolwiek David prowadzi sporo przewagą nad Menilem, więc raczej zobaczymy tutaj remis i będzie jeszcze jeden wyścig półfinałowy decydujący. No niestety Patrykowi nie udało się wygrać, nie widzieliśmy tego niestety, mieliśmy, to co przepraszamy, sporo problemy z transmisją się okazuje. Jednak zasięg tutaj GSM-u, dzięki któremu nadajemy dla was wody, jest niewystarczający na to, co próbujemy zrobić, no i efekt jest taki, że przepraszam, że mieliśmy, no transmisja była zła, więc musieliśmy wrócić na brzeg, przekonfigurować się jakby cały system i próbujemy jeszcze raz do was wrócić. Taka to natura.
Tak, miejmy nadzieję, że chociaż te najważniejsze mecze właśnie finałowe uda się przeprowadzić płynnie, sprawnie i będziecie mogli razem z nami oglądać tutaj na YouTube.
Tu widzimy załogę Davida Chapmana, Bartek Bartnicki, Jacek Przybylak i Łukasz Czaja, patrząc od tyłu. Spokojnie ten wyścig prowadzą. Prawdopodobnie spokojnie go sobie będę dowiozą na pierwszym miejscu. Na w głębi widać właśnie Maxima Menila.
This is the second lap for the second semi-final. David is way ahead of Maxim Menil. Maxim has scored 1 point in the previous match. So if David finishes in this position, then we will have another match to decide who is qualifying for the big final and who will race Patryk Zbroja in the small one. Maku, I have info that the link works now, and that we are live and rather smooth, but with slightly worse quality. But I just hope it's watchable.
We can do nothing about the GSM range here in this venue, so we are trying to use them to the max with the HD version, HD quality. But if it's not possible, we'll give you the footage with a lower quality, but still watchable.
Exactly. We really want you guys to be here with us and to be able to live through the races with our competitors here. Approaching the upwind mark, we are getting closer, and this will be the last bit before the finish. So basically, Mako, David is the person racing the most today.
Yeah, it looks like.
He always has to settle his match after the third one. Other guys are just,
Okay.
Yes, there was a mark switch on the downwind.
Change of the marks. Oh, let's follow David and his team.
Good news is we still have wind. We still have over 30 degrees, so Hawaiian weather here in Szczecin is in full glow.
Team Manil is following David with quite a big loss now. It's
We are watching David still. Maxime Menili behind him after the mark right about now, and the French are having some slight difficulties with putting the spinnaker up, but it doesn't change much. I think they are going to lose this particular match either way, so let's just wait for the next one. It should be an exciting one. This will mean that Maxime has 1 point from the previous match, and Chapman is scoring 1 point now. So it's 1-1. 1-1 for David and Maxime. So what will it be to the final? Who will join the Swiss team? Will it be the French or the Australians? We will have to wait and see. Just the next match will decide everything. Czekamy na metę jeszcze tego wyścigu. Tutaj już nic się nie zmieni. David Chapman za chwilę na nią wpłynie. Maxime na drugim miejscu w tym pojedynku i mamy wyrównanie 1-1. Czekamy na wyścig rozstrzygający, pewnie jeszcze parę minut, także zrobimy może bardzo krótką przerwę i wrócimy do Was za chwilę. Dokładnie. Listen guys, I just wanted to say that we will be back in a minute for the deciding match between David Chapman and Maxime Menil. See you then. Hello everyone, we're back for the deciding match between Maxime Menil and David Chapman. We have a little bit under 3 minutes to the start, and we already have 2 penalties for David Chapman before the start, so that is not a very good beginning of the race.
It's a high load now, David, and David has to do something. I hope you are watching us and the stream is
Working,
acceptable to watch. This time, let's hope that GSM will cover this area.
We are way below the starting line.
Yes.
Maxime from the yellow side and David with the blue flag. And as you can see, 2 blue flags on the Empire's boat, 2 penalties for David.
I'm wondering how David would like to solve the situation, because he had to get rid of 1 penalty as soon as possible.
Yes.
Because with 2 penalties, we start with 2 penalties, he has to solve the one immediately, and then we'll get back behind Menil, which limited his options almost to 0.
Less than a minute.
He has to Yankee.
Green flag, no penalties
He
here.
has to play hard now, I think.
Yes, it's all or nothing now in this
All or nothing now.
in this match.
He has to be more aggressive to Menil. He was pretending to be a contact, but there was no contact. It was Yankee. Okay.
Last seconds before the start.
Good start, Menil. There's a split start. Menil went to the race committee, and Chapman went to the pin end, and then he has to.
And
Chapman
yes,
has to do the second penalty
right away.
now.
So he is doing so, but this might be the end. Whether David does enough to even be in battle with Maxime.
Let's see the first cross, and if this will be big, then it will be very difficult for Chapman.
Looks like
leading, but this will be not marginal, but not too big to catch it. So maybe
it's still possible. That is true.
3 boat lengths, maybe. For sure, David will work hard to catch Menil.
Jesteśmy na rozstrzygającym wyścigu pomiędzy Australijczykiem z polską załogą i całą załogą francuską. Po starcie David musiał od razu wykonać karę, bo dostał 2 jeszcze na prestarcie. Także Maxime Menil wystartował z całkiem dużą przewagą przy statku komisji i teraz trzyma się środka i prawej strony trasy. David był zmuszony tam uciekać w stronę lewą i tam szuka wiatru i szczęścia i będzie próbował nadrobić tą odległość. Nadal jedna kara na jego koncie, także ją też będzie musiał jakoś rozwiązać, ale to już tym się pewnie będzie już martwił na sam koniec wyścigu.
Pewnie tak. Pierw musi złapać Maxima i uprzedzić, to jest najważniejsze. I być może w tej sytuacji poważnego nałożyć karę. No, jest bliżej, jest dużo bliżej.
O, zdecydowanie. Nurkuje,
tak. David odpowiada natychmiast. A więc David jest blisko. Zielona oczywiście, nic tu się nie wydarzyło. A więc jest David blisko. Myślę, że będzie teraz szybki atak na prawą stronę, tak jest. Finish, complete, as he was responding immediately. Szybka odpowiedź. No więc jak był kontakt, to będzie niebieska. If there was a contact, it should be blue penalty. If there was a contact. Yeah. Fuck.
There is blue penalty. So another penalty for David Chapman, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse for him. So there was contact. Maxime gave room. He responded to David's attack. And right now,
mentally, this is the end of the race.
it could be, yes.
Look at the body language of the Japanese team, and this, I think, is the end of the race. The decision was good because when Japan finished his stack to the starboard, the menu just immediately started to
Respond.
to keep clear, and the rule 15 applies if David Japan acquires the right of way, and he has to give eventually room to keep clear for the other board. If there was a contact and the man still was doing all he could do, so the room was not given, and that's it. There was not a choice. Silly.
Yes, silly, small mistake, basically. Yes. And another penalty for David. Third one in this race, and it's only the first upwind. So Maxime has rounded the mark already. David is still not that far away, still not that far behind Maxime. And if he doesn't get distracted with all of his penalties that he already scored in this race, he might be able to still catch up and still battle it out on the second lap.
There was no need to be so aggressive in the situation. David catched the Maxime, and was already even at the front of Maxime, forced Maxime to take away. And there is still 3 legs to do. He had still tried to overtake Maxime and extend the lead instead of risking the penalty. He risked the penalty, and it's now difficult now to catch up again, I think. We'll see.
It might be difficult, but I think we have some more wind now here on David's side, and Maxime has slowed down. So, and actually David is heading straight for the downwind mark, so maybe that's his chance to get closer to Maxime, catch up a little bit at least, and maybe fight it out on the upwind.
David looks strong now. It's much faster with this puff on here on this side of the course. Nice jibe. Not nice, but not a jibe.
Yeah, you said it too early, Mako.
Yeah, I said it too early. Yeah, but my name is starting front, so.
Yes, and he got the puff as well, so he gained some speed, and he will round the mark first, and quite confident probably before the second lap, since David has an outstanding penalty still on the Empire's boat. All right, heading upwind.
Podsumowując, trzeci finałowy wyścig tego półfinału pomiędzy Japanem i Maximem Leninem. David Japan w tym wyścigu są już 3 kary, z których nie wykręcił. Trzecia kara była na halsówce, niepotrzebna. Za agresywnie podjechał do Messina, był lekki kontakt, i ponieważ był jachtem, który nabył prawo drogi, powinien tego wystawić więcej miejsca. Jachtowi ustępującemu tego nie zrobił. No i doszło do kontaktu i kary dla Davida. Niepotrzebnej, bo gdyby tej kary nie było, to mielibyśmy bardzo fajny czasny wyścig, a teraz Maxim
kontroluje spokojnie.
Wyścig i masz sporą przewagę, więc.
Dokładnie, przewaga jest spora, a i tak mam wrażenie, że mimo tych 2 kar David jest w jakimś tam zasięgu do Francuzów, ale no będzie ciężko zrobić cokolwiek. Maxim teraz na pewno nie odpuści i po prostu będzie się starał tą przewagę zachować, a na pewno nie po prostu dać się wyprzedzić Chapmanowi. Chapman teraz robi zwrot. Nadal mamy dużo fajnego i czystego wiatru na akwenie, więc to jest dobry prognostyk na ostatnie finałowe wyścigi.
Maxim Menil controls the situation now. He stays between the mark and his opponent. So it's a controlling, perfect controlling position, and there is nothing happen unpredictable. Probably he will win this race and advance to the final. And already is Erik Monet after 2-0 result with Patrick Stroya. Approaching top mark slowly.
Yes, and unfortunately nothing is happening. David still a little bit farther behind.
Catch up a little bit.
I think so. It looks like it. But
Too less to
yes,
fight against Menu.
very good sailing from the French today. They only lost one match so far.
Yes. Strong competition, so I think there will be, if Menu will advance to the final, which is highly probable now.
We will have two top competitors in the big final, right?
And the fourth in the world ranked skippers we will have in the final, so no surprise. And I think it will be a nice show. Yeah, David catch up a little bit.
Yeah, he is about two boat lengths, not a bit less even behind Menil. So Maxim on the top mark, David right behind him. Let's not touch the mark, maybe.
Yeah, he's close. So it's still not over. Maybe. Może Dawid Czapański z Davidem Czapanem walczy. Dogonił znowu Maksima Menila. Ale ma stratę tych wielu gości jachtu. Po dwóch ugryzonych karach już.
Dokładnie. Więc mają dzisiaj chłopaki gaz i szkoda, że nie mogli go wykorzystać.
Głowa, bo ta absolutnie trzecia kara była zupełnie niepotrzebna. Zupełnie niepotrzebnie ją sobie
nałożyli na siebie, dokładnie. David próbuje coś przyspieszyć, znaleźć jakiś szkwał. Teraz na lewym halcie, Maxim trochę poniżej na prawym. I David jest całkiem szybki, ale czy to wystarczy, żeby Maxima dogonić, a jeszcze rozwiązać w międzyczasie karę?
Zobaczymy.
So I think David is closing in on Maxim slightly. There's a possibility of anything done before the finish line. About a boat length.
More than a boat length, but still too much. Oh, maybe now. This is the last chance. This is a roll. Maybe roll.
A big gust coming in, but Maxim also has some good speed, so David looks focused, but I think the match is over. Exactly. I think Maxim Menil
straight to the finish line
and straight to the final to meet Erik Monet there.
Exactly. So a good performance by French team.
And yes, Chapman is left with the possibility to battle it out for the third place with Zbroja.
Exactly.
All right, the French are on the finish line, and there it is, Maxime Menil, match in black by Normandy Elite Team. Guys, we will be back in a bit, so see you for the big and the small final. Hello, hello. We are approaching the boats. We will start the small final in a few minutes. I think you can see the clock already ticking. That is Patrick Zbroja and David Chapman. David from the yellow side, the controlling one. Patrick Zbroja from the blue one.
Exactly, so the final for the losers of the semi-final. Patrick Zbroja now under control of David Chapman, and now it's nicely done by Patrick. He managed to attack. Of course, there was a yellow Yankee flag, but it was green, so no issue. And now reaching the race committee starting line. Zbroja comfortably on the leeward side, and with pretty high separation on windward is David Chapman. He has a full option to stay on the side, or maybe to dive behind Patrick and try to hook him and lap into the wind. So we'll see which option David will choose.
Yes, David
more than a minute to go.
David is closing the gap now, and he will try to go leeward. Is it leeward from Patrick Zbroja? No overlap there. 1 minute. 1 minute until the start.
Strong gust now, about 15 knots, maybe more.
Yes, there are strong gusts coming in. Good news, exciting racing.
Zbroja defended his middle position, but David managed to stay on the windward side. With all boats has full freedom, so no one is blocking no one. David is waiting head to wind now. He's trying to accelerate the boat and stay on the windward.
Last seconds before the start, David has to wait a little bit longer. He cannot cross the line now.
Patrick has no option to close David to the race committee, so probably Patrick will start from the pin end and try to put a dirty on the windward side in a David boat.
One, and there we go.
Start signal now. Boat starts pretty even with Zbroja a little bit nose ahead.
Slightly in a better position. That's Patrick. David has to just stay alive on windward from Zbroja, or basically tuck away.
Yeah, but a strong position for David. He is very, very close. Now he go to the starboard side, to the right hand side, and then the next cross he will be from the starboard side. And I have an advantage of that, so we'll see.
Słuchajcie, wtrącę się tylko szybko, że wrócimy też na pewno na prestart dużego finału za moment. Pojedziemy kawałek halsówki. Dron może już powoli wylatywać z brzegu i dołączy do nas na prestarcie, a my obserwujemy Patryka Zbroję i Davida Chapmana i mamy cross.
Pierwszy cross, prawo halsowy David Chapman, lekko odpada, blokuje Patryka, żeby ten nie wszedł przed dziobem. Zmusił Patryka do zwrotu dostępowania, no i w tej chwili komfortowo, może nie komfortowo, ale kontroluje sytuację David i Patryk w tej chwili jest stany na łaskę i niełaskę tego, co zrobi David. Jeśli Davidowi się uda utrzymać potem na wiecznej stronie, tak sobie dopłynął do pewnie lewego krańca trasy i tam David zrobi zwrot i upłynie już po naboje, a Patryk będzie musiał płynąć za nim, tracąc z każdym metrem płynięcia do oboi. Zobaczymy.
To jest...
Patryk próbuje się bronić, próbuje ostrzyć, ale Dawid spokojnie się utrzymuje po nawiecznej razie.
Maku zawsze mnie bawi, że jak mówisz po polsku, to mówisz na niego Dawid, a jak mówisz po angielsku, to mówisz David. Zmieniasz jego imię razem z językiem transmisji.
Dawid Czapański,
tak.
Słuchajcie, i tyle w temacie.
Przypomnę tylko, że to jest, słuchajcie, mały finał, walczymy o brązowy medal Szczecin Match Race i mamy jeszcze szansę na nasz polski medal, także Patryk tutaj będzie walczył zacięcie. Jeśli wygra ten półfinał David, to taki trochę polski medal też będzie w połowicznie, więc bardzo ciekawe rozgrywki nas czekają, a my, słuchajcie, cofamy się na linię startu, dołączymy do dużego finału, bo tam top dwójka światowego rankingu, numer 1 i numer 4 walczą w dużym finale. let's leave the small final behind and let's join Eric Monet and Maxime Menil. So number 1 in the world match racing ranking and number 4. That is a great epic battle between those two sailors. We have less than 4 minutes until the start. Eric Monet from the yellow side and Maxime Menil from the blue one.
Okay, Maxime now looks like he's trying to control Eric. Eric is on the windward. I'm not sure if Maxime is able to love him, but Eric didn't took a risk, trying to sail away. Jai from Monet, so they both have complete freedom of movement here. Nobody's controlling nobody.
They are heading downwind. We have about 3 minutes, maybe less, until the start. We didn't hear the signal for 1 minute yet. The flag is still up, and Maxime is trying to get closer to Monet.
Yeah, trying to hook Monet. Monet choose the leader position for now. But Menil probably will try to roll over the Monet. Yeah, exactly, and they will try to fight for the left-hand side of the race course.
The team met once before in the round robin, and that fight 1 minute until the start. And in the round robin, the race between Eric Monet and Menil was won by the Swiss. So we'll see.
Menil was winning. There was a small wind, a light wind versus
yes,
light wind, and
it was close.
So Eric is charging from behind, trying to hook Menil. And Menil did a great job. He managed to roll over Eric, squeeze in front of him, and took the leader position. Now they are a little bit early. Now it's overlap, so Maxime has to keep clear, and he is doing that. Eric is following him, is pushing him all the time. He's gaining more speed.
He went down slightly. I think Eric is trying to get a start from the race committee side.
He wants the right hand side probably.
Yes, Menil had no other choice but to choose the pin. And right now we just heard the signal. Menil from the left hand side of the court and Monet from the middle one and more to the right hand side. And actually, Mako, it looks pretty strong for Menil.
It looks good for Menil. It looks like his father with this right shift. Take a look also on the match for the first place. And David Chapman is leading ahead of Patrick Zbrojia, but not too far.
Yeah, I will show it to you for a minute. David Chapman in front, Patrick Zbrojia very, very clear behind, and they are approaching the downwind mark. All right.
We'll take a look on the Menil and Monet.
Yeah, I think we should stick to the big final for now. Maybe we will be able to join the small final as well.
Menil looks strong. Monet looks like he's behind. So Menil's managed to sail higher and faster after the few meters after the start, and it allows him to take a lead. To po starcie Menil powinno troszkę ostrzej od Monet.
Miał tam jakąś zmiankę korzystną, wyciągającą z dołu.
Jednak tam 80 metrów szerokości startu zrobiła jakąś zmianę i wyciągnęła go troszkę wyżej na wysokość Erika i Menil prowadzi w tej chwili wyścigu. Ona nie wykorzysta swojej szansy i kontroli z prawej strony. No więc ciekawy wyścig się zapowiada, bo na pewno Erik będzie używał wszystkich dostępnych sobie sposobów,
na pewno.
aby tą stratę zniwelować. To ciekawostka, Erik pływa w 5 osób, tam jest jedna dziewczyna w składzie i droga jest lekka generalnie, potem na średnią. Przepisy tego pozwalają na to, że można powiedzieć 4 bądź 5 osób byle się zmieści w limicie wagowym 350 kg. Więc łatwo policzyć, że w 5 osobach jest dużo niższy niż przy 4, jak pływają w większości załóg.
Zbliżamy się powoli do górnego znaku. Minął nas też przed chwilą mały finał i tam David Chapman na prowadzeniu kontra Patryk Zbroja. Zobaczymy, jak to się ułoży na drugiej halsówce i na pierwszej boi ponownie. Monet seems going closer and closer to Menil, but the French are keeping their lead and they're looking strong and focused, and they will probably begin the downwind as the leading boy.
Huge lift shift now for Monet. Menil went more to the left after the tag. So I think a small gain now by Monet. And let's wait for the right shift. But Menil is already on a lay line, I think.
I think he might be.
Still wide, one leg maybe below the lay line. I'm not sure if Monet is able to touch the mark from this position. Probably
no,
not.
He is not. You can see the mark here now, and Menil also has to go.
They are very close. Perfect sailing by Eric Monet. What he did, this is amazing.
Monet is inside.
Amazing sailing by Eric. He just used every single possibility to catch every meter, and now it's squeezed between Maxime Menil and Mark, and now it took the lead in the very last few meters of this upwind. Fantastic sailing.
Great, and we have a change in the lead. I wonder what will happen next. Eric Monet is in front. Maxime Menil has to follow him. There are about 3 or 4 meters distance between the two.
I'm wondering when Maxime realized that there was one tag from port to starboard, and I said that he was too low. It was a mistake.
Yeah, but I actually thought that Maxime is going to reach the mark. I didn't think he was going to do another 2 tags. And yeah, very good tactics by Monet.
Tactics boat handling, and this is crazy. Keep up the speed, and was sailing much higher than Maxime. Experience is, I think, more on Eric's side. Maxime is still a younger generation of the sailors. It's visible that the experience of Eric Monet pays off.
In the meantime, I just had a glimpse on the small final. David Chapman still in the lead. Patrick, it's only the last downwind to the finish line. No penalties. So I think that one might be settled. 1 point.
One dive to go now to the mark. Monet starts, many repeats, and if now Monet is able to squeeze to establish an overlap, that might have a small chance to win the mark, but no chance for that.
Yeah, he's a bit further.
Earlier, above the lay line, to prevent Menil to squeeze between Eric and Mark. So he defended the mark brilliantly, but Menil is much faster now.
Exactly, a very late drop on both of the boards. Woo! Contact! Contact!
Will be a blue one. Yeah.
And a penalty for Maxime Menil. He was the one following Monet.
Small misjudge by Menil on this rounding. He tries to be as close as possible. It was a few centimeters too close.
Yes. So a penalty for the French. No need for that penalty. I mean, it wasn't necessary. He just
gained nothing out of it.
Yep.
He gained nothing out of it.
And yes, in the meantime, like I said, David Chapman is crossing the finish line and scoring himself 1 point, 0 points in the small final for Patryk Zbroja so far.
We'll see. Menil went to the right now. He's waiting for the right shift, probably. Trying to adjust the backstay. Now the right shift. Starboard now. Look at the Monet. Monet is not keeping clear. Keeping clear now. Well enough, but more. I think Menil is in the lead now.
Yes, Menil is faster.
He was faster, but he's the windward. We have a fishing boat here. The guys are scheduled to put a bait now.
We are actually there's a big right shift.
Look at this.
Yeah, I think you can see it on the camera. Just two fishermen casually photographing the event.
They can survive the waves that we are making.
Let's hope they do. And yes, we are going upwind. Strong right shift still in play. Maxime Menil on windward, Monet on leeward. So a good move, but he managed to catch up to Monet, which is never easy.
Overtaking is one thing, solving the penalty is second one.
True.
Completely different, so it's not the end of the problem for the Menil. He has to solve the penalty, and he might try to do it now on the speed by forcing Monet to laugh, but I think this is too difficult to catch Monet with such a simple mistake. I think Menil will try to do it in a classical way, so some laughing battle on the downwind, maybe close to the race committee vessel like Chapman tried to do against Menil in this regatta. We'll see.
We will see. Podsumuję tylko sekundkę. Słuchajcie, jesteśmy na lewym leyline'ie. Maxime Menil wysforował się na prowadzenie po dolnym znaku na tej drugiej halsówce i teraz małą przewagę, ale faktycznie przewagę zbudował sobie przed Szwajcarami, przed Erikiem Monet. Zaczyna ten pełny jako pierwszy, ale ma nadal karę na swoim koncie, więc jestem bardzo ciekawa, co zrobi. Czekamy na to z makiem z niecierpliwością.
Myślę, że postawi spinakera i będzie czekał, aż Erik się do niego zbliży. A myślę, że Erik już nie pierwszy raz w takiej sytuacji, że jak przed nim ma karę, więc dokładnie wie, o co tu chodzi. O co tu chodzi? Chodzi tu o to, że teraz jak, który prowadzi, musi wykręcić karę. Nie zdąży wykręcić kółka, zanim go ten jak z tyłu uprzedzi, więc musi wpuścić jakby w pułapkę jachty, który za nim podąża, i tak zwanie złapać go w nawiecznego. Po co? Po to, żeby zacząć go po prostu wyłaszczać do góry, liczyć na to, że on nie ustąpi, ale nawet jeśli będzie ustępował, to będą tak długo ostrzyżać, że do linii wiatru i tam wykonają zwrot na wiatr, rozwiązując swoją karę. Więc to jest jeden sposób na pełnym, żeby to rozwiązać. Drugi to jest taki, że trzeba zrobić podobny manewr, ale wykorzystując strefę, która znajduje się przy statku komisji. Wtedy wchodzą w strefę jako pierwsi, będą mieli prawo do krążenia komisji jako pierwsi mogą wpuścić między siebie a komisję właśnie jak przeciwnika nakładając na niego karę. Ale Erik jest do tego zbyt sprytny i zbyt doświadczony, że to widać, bo jachty zwalniają, że przedni zwalnia, a drugi nie być zbyt blisko. Absurd? Tak, absurd, ale chodzi o to, że ten dystans, który w tej chwili Erik jest za Francuzami, uniemożliwia Francuzom wykręcenie kary, a Francuz chce zwolnić maksymalnie tak dużo, żeby Erik go dogonił. Erik go dogania.
Wygląda to dość komicznie, to mieszkowanie sterem.
Mam nadzieję, że nie urwa nam steru, słuchajcie.
No właśnie. Erik pływa lewo, prawo.
Leading boat, Menil tries to going down the boat. Trailing him, but he don't want to catch him. Just not to be in a windward position, not to be laughed by Menil. But Menil is
Menil is pretty close. No, he is pretty slow.
Is Erik too fast enough to roll over Maxime? Looks like.
Does it look like
and
it?
He out-tricked Menil.
Look at this. Look at Eric Monet go.
Overlap is gone. Monet overtook Menil, just roll over on the windward and is heading straight to the finish line. Look at Menil. If Menil is able to sail higher, faster, and catch Monet on the leeward side,
I think it's going to be tough. We only have a few meters until the finish line.
Very good judgment by Eric Monet. He found the moment that Menil was too slow.
But it will already look pretty good for Maxime when he was able to slow down, yes. But that was it.
Slow.
1 point for Eric Monet in the first match of the big final, and we are already in the pre-start for the second match of the small final. So Patryk Zbroja will try to survive and battle it out against David Chapman, who already scored 1 point. Słuchajcie, szybkie podsumowanko. Na metę przed chwilą na pierwszym miejscu wpłynął Eric Monet po świetnej zagrywce na pełnym. Maxim z Francji czekał na niego skutecznie zresztą. Zatrzymał prawie swój jacht, chciał go złapać na jakiejś karze, a Monet wykorzystał to w taki sposób, że po prostu szybko odpalił i zrolował go górą. Udało mu się przepłynąć, uciec i wpłynąć na metę na pierwszym miejscu. Francuz został z tyłu i został z karą, także nic tu więcej się już nie mogło wydarzyć. Za moment dołączymy do małego finału. Tam na dół w tle płynie właśnie Patryk Zbroja i Chapman. Na razie 1 punkt dla Australijczyka. Patryk teraz ma tak naprawdę swój mecz o wszystko, czyli teraz będzie się rozgrywało ostatecznie już kto zdobędzie brązowy medal. Jeśli ten wyścig wygra znowu Czapo, jeśli Zbroja, to będziemy mieli jeszcze jeden rozstrzygający.
Skoczysz na brzeg?
Okej.
No nie, po te, dobra? Po Szapany, proszę. Dobra.
All right, we're back for a split second. We just saw the pre-start and the start of the small final, Patryk Zbroja and David Chapman. From our perspective, it looks like David Chapman is slightly in the lead. We have to save our battery, so sorry we're not following the small final. We will wait for the pre-start of the big one, so that is in just a few minutes. We will come back, so stay tuned and stay here we will see the French and the Swiss battling for the big win on Szczecin Match Race. See you in a few moments. Hello, and nice to see you guys here on YouTube again. We are joining the second match of the big final. Eric Monet from the blue side and Maxime Menil from the yellow one. Maxime has 0 points so far. Eric Monet has 1. So this is the last chance for Maxime to try to battle out for the gold medal of Szczecin Match Race. We have about 3 or a bit less minutes until the start. Monet broke free of Maxime's control, and we are heading to the right side of the course.
Yeah, it was classical dial-up. Menil was unable to stay in control. So Monet get released, and now he's trying to for starboard. And might be a penalty for Eric Monet. Might be a one because Maxime was starboard. Again, Monet was altering now, so it's the second one. No, the first one is yellow
for Maxime. Right. A penalty for Maxime Menil.
Interesting.
Okay. We can ask for.
Maybe it was a contact, and they decided that it was the rule 15, maybe. As Messi established an overlap. Established the starboard downwind. I don't know. Looks like. Anyway, Menil with a penalty.
So not a very good start for the French.
No.
They have to handle it somehow. They have to sort the penalty.
Let's check how many will try to solve it. Now they are a little bit below the pinway line, as you see. So Maxime has to go on a very high mode now to reach the pin. Eric is just has to wait. The trouble, many in trouble. I think it's with this shift he's unable to reach the pin. I think it's drifting.
Yes, Marco, I think you're right. I think he will need to do attack before this.
Maybe not.
No, maybe not now.
Maybe not now. The
right shift
helps him. Yeah.
Last seconds before the start.
Eric will be will have a starboard advantage and will be a little bit faster.
All right, there we go.
Probably he will tag away exactly. So we have split now. We'll see if Maxime will. No, Maxime just stayed away. No, now he covers.
I think there's more wind on the right side of the course today, basically. And yeah, since we have a little bit of time, in the meantime, the small final was settled. Another win for David Chapman. So yes, 2-0. David finishes third on Szczecin Match Race, and no
podium for Polish.
Yes, but Patrick is close behind, fourth place, the worst one, as they say, for Patrick Zbroja and the ICAP Szczecin team. Okay, let's focus on the big final. If Eric wins, that is the end of Szczecin Match Race. But if Maxime somehow manages to get in front of the Swiss and to solve his penalty, then we will have another battle.
Let's go with Eric. Quite a lift shift now. You see the Menil in the background. Słuchajcie, start, to jest drugi wyścig finałowy. W pierwszym Monet wygrał z Menilem. Są 1-0 i w drugim wyścigu Menil zarobił karę na prestarcie. Taka dziwna troszkę, ale poprosimy pewnie później o wyjaśnienie. Natomiast taka decyzja jaka jest. Monet w tym wyścigu poszedł w prawo Menil zostaje po wiecznej. No zobaczymy, co z tego wyjdzie. Spora lewa zmiana trzyma, więc oni całą walcówkę, większość idą lewym halsem.
Bardzo długo trzyma zresztą,
Tak.
nie? Już takich zmian dzisiaj
Niezwykła.
z lewej strony nie było.
Tak.
O, teraz chyba będzie powoli odpuszczać i będziemy mieć jakieś zwroty.
No zobaczymy. So the boats are approaching the starboard ley line. The left shift is still on the race course.
Eric Monet is tacking.
Starboard now. Menil is keeping clear.
Yeah, but it looks like Menil is slightly in the front.
They are still ahead, and I think they are approaching zone. So Menil will be first in the zone. So Eric Monet has to give him a room.
Yes, that's what he does. He gives the French room.
So Menil is winning or leading.
He is leading, but he has an outstanding penalty. So let's wait for the hoist of the spinnaker. He needs to be quick because Eric is right behind him.
He drives. Monet repeats the same. Problem with the spinnaker.
And Menil is faster now.
Yeah, better drive by Menil. Problems with the spinnaker and the Monet boat. Mark Monet on on Eric's boat. Brother of Eric, younger, I think. Is that confirmed?
Only about 3 or 4 meters between the boats. So Eric Monet is trailing closely.
Still the left. We will have another mark for the mark layer boat is working on the top mark now, and
we will have a change.
Is ready. Now we have overlap.
Eric is closer. No overlap yet, but Eric is trying to establish it.
So Eric is catching Maxime. If you catch him on the leeward side, you will have an opportunity to laugh him. Maxime must react now. Reacting by laughing and accelerating. And if they will go outside the downwind mark zone, then there's a problem for Menil. That's a goal for Eric Monet now to force Maxime outside the zone. So I think zone is for Menil, I think. Red flag, yeah. And we go for the red mark now. Nice
all right.
Fight. Eric tries to laugh Menil, but Menil managed to get to the zone, clear ahead. So as an inside boat, in fact. So Menil is leading Monet right behind him.
Ooh, he will establish overlap about now. No. Ooh. Dobra, puszczaj dźwięk. Hello, we're back. Sorry for the short break. We lost our internet connection, but you did see what was happening from the drone's perspective. Menil still in the lead, Monet closely behind, still a penalty outstanding for the French.
Yeah, the French team is still in the lead. They're controlling the match, but they have to solve the penalty. I don't know what's the idea for Menu. The wind is pretty strong, and maybe right after the rounding the park, they will start playing games, trying to catch Monet. We'll see. Menu has to use all his knowledge and experience now to trick Monet. So we have the same situation as the last match, and the leading ball, the Menu has the penalty. And now they have.
All right, the dial-up. No penalties here.
But will be all green as Maxime Menil is don't need to tag, go to the mark. It's still inside boat, so we start to try to solve the penalty. Now they have to enter the downwind leg, and they already entered it. They crossed the diameter of the race course, so now they are on the downwind leg already. So Maxime has to tack now and better way, which is easy, should be easy. And what Eric should do, Eric should prevent him to do it.
Yes, Maxime is laughing.
And now Maxime Menil is
sorting out his penalty. Yes, the penalty is down. Oh, they have their broom inside the water.
They are now trying to ice up the spinnakers. Eric is starboard. Menil is a port. Whole mess on a Menil boat as they didn't manage to set up the spinnaker.
Another penalty for Maxime Menil.
And this is the end of the race. The Menil was not ready to this maneuver, I think, in terms of setting up the spinnaker.
But it still was a great attempt of solving the penalty. The French did it very well. They tried to do it as best as they could, but there was something went wrong physically with the boom and with the spinnaker. And I think that's silver in Szczecin Match Race for Match in Black, Maxime Menil, and gold for Eric Monet and the Swiss. But let's follow them to the finish line.
Yeah, Maxime Menil did a great job, solved the penalty, but in the moment that he solved it, he stopped the boat. And he was not ready to set up the spinnaker properly as it is visible still now. Eric just jibed to the starboard, forced them to keep clear. They didn't keep clear, and that's the outcome. So,
yes, to sum up, Polish.
Yep.
Słuchajcie, w 3 słowach ta sytuacja u góry szalona. Maxime Menil próbował rozwiązać się, zdjąć z siebie karę. Była to bardzo dobra próba, udało mu się zresztą tego dokonać. Nie był trochę gotowy na ten manewr, chyba tam technicznie bardziej na łódce, bomb w wodzie utopiony, spinnaker niepostawiony, przez to doszło do kontaktu, dostał kolejną karę i niestety tym samym przegrywa drugi mecz wielkiego finału, czyli 2-0. Za moment już, bo zbliżamy się powoli do linii mety dla Szwajcarów. Eric Monet udowodnił nam wszystkim, że numer 1 wpływa jednak jako pierwszy.
Numer, już nam tytuł artykułu, który puścimy po tych regatach, numer 1 nie zawiódł.
Dokładnie.
Taka prawda, już można to podsumować, bo do mety mamy dosłownie bliziutko. Przewaga Erika jest spora, jeszcze kara dla Maxima, więc tu się już niewiele zmieni. No, pokazał Erik, że wpływa technicznie to fantastycznie, taktycznie fantastycznie. Ma świetnie robiącą załogę, która się rozumie i wykorzystuje każdą możliwą sytuację, aby po prostu wygrać wyścig, tak? Nie wygrać regaty. potwierdził, że jest nieprzypadkowo numerem 1. Oni jeszcze analizują, za do mety jest 50 metrów, nawet nie, 30 metrów do mety, oni jeszcze analizują, czy coś się wydarzy. Kamery, wideo, wszyscy patrzą.
Getting closer and closer to the finish line. And there we go! Eric Monet is winning Szczecin Match Race. Great two events.
They did it.
They did it. Congrats.
Eric Monet zwycięzcą Szczecin Match Race, pierwszej poważnej międzynarodowej imprezy na świecie, pierwszej rundy World Match Racing Touru i staje się liderem tego rankingu notabene i potwierdza swoją w tej chwili supremację na świecie.
Yeah.
Are you few words alive?
Good. Yeah, I'm already drunk now. Thank you.
Guys, you can all speak. We can hear you. So just tell me, what are you feeling after winning a Szczecin Match Race?
It's just great, just fantastic. You know, so long time we have not sailed. We come here, we're convinced we're not used to it anymore. We can't do it anymore. We're a lot of doubts, and finally, yeah. Look at this team. They did everything easy for me. So crazy. Yeah.
You had some hard matches with,
sure.
Yes, with the friends in the final as well. Yes, you managed to catch Menil on the downwind, and now also some changes in the lead on the upwind. How did you manage to solve all of these hard situations?
It was a lot of umpire situations, things we don't really plan to go into it, but sometimes you are just in the fight. You have to just make some instinct move, and it turned for us. But really, congrats also to Maxim. He was a really hard opponent for us.
Thank you very much. You can introduce your team.
Yes, we have here Ute Wagner, Alexis Rocha, Marc Monin, and Simon Brugger.
Thank you. Congrats, guys. Happy
Thank you.
race team.
Woo!
Yeah.
Right, very cool. We are leaving them behind. We are heading back on shore to give our congrats. Oh, you can't hear the mic. I think you can hear it now. Whoa. All right, let's go back home. And
we have a guy over here, and
Yes,
he's making a photos out of us.
all right, let's go home. Let's go ashore. Słuchajcie, dziękujemy bardzo wszystkim za oglądanie. Idziemy rozdać medale. Podsumowując, na pierwszym miejscu złoty medal Eric Monet, Szwajcarzy. Drugie miejsce to Francuzi, Maxim Menil. Za nim na miejscu trzecim David Chapman, Australia, i blisko Patryk Zbroja na czwartym miejscu. Widzimy się na brzegu. Do zobaczenia. Dzięki.